All right, let's do this. Monthly update, February 2026. It's late, it's 9:17 p.m., but oh yeah, it's already the 4th of March. So I was like, it's now or never. Let's do this. I'm so consistent with those videos and that feels really good. And yeah, I want to keep the streak. And also a lot happened. I want to capture uh, the essence, the biggest changes and developments from February. So I have some notes here. I'm going to share my screen a little bit because I'm not going to edit anything. This is going to be pretty straightforward. My life is absolutely amazing. And that's, I would say, an objective truth, but it's also something that I'm experiencing more and more because I'm reminding myself and speaking it. In my daily self-creation practice, that's one of the first declarations. And yeah, I've been really feeling it. Really amazing. Not to say that there are not days, where things are a little bit more challenging, but such a simple thing like speaking that and seeing it and seeing the truth in it has really made a difference. So that's amazing. I've also continued to iterate my self-creation practice. I now have an MP3 player with my spoken declarations next to my bed so I can listen to it before I fall asleep, when I wake up. And this is something that just happened today, so technically in March. I came here in the morning to do my declarations, and I had the desk up, so I was standing at my journal, and when I speak them out loud and I can stand and really feel my body, they just land in my system in a more powerful way. So, because this is also our bedroom, this is Yara's office, and so in the morning, usually I get up first, and I told Yara, hey, we need to find a way where you also get up so that I can use this space and I'm not getting interrupted, because when I go into the living room, there's Luno, he wants to play. He's like, oh, cool, you're awake, let's play. Which I also love doing, but the first half an hour of a day is really reserved for me and to cultivate a more powerful, more loving way of being. So that's that. Then I got coached by my coach, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. And what came up was the relationship I have with time. There was a way how that came up around, I'm not sure anymore. Maybe feeling in the rush sometimes. I have so many ideas, I want to move faster or something like that. And so he invited me to journal and explore that relationship more. And what I found, I have the journal, well, I remember. The main insight was I was relating to time the same way I relate to money. As it's a finite resource and I need to save my time, I need to spend my time effectively, strategically. And this is not a relationship I want to have in that way. This is not a perspective I want to take on time. And this, like, money and time are kind of similar, right? Because a lot of people are like, well, we only have so much money in the world and we need to split it in a fair way so that the rich don't get everything and the poor. And a lot of people will agree. And with that frame, right, that there's limited money, we need to, manage it and budget and all of it. The same with time. Well, yeah, we have 24 hours in a day. You need to decide how you spend your time, and how you spend your time is showing your priorities and all of that. And those perspectives, of course, they can be helpful, but they're not the only perspectives. Especially around time. Like time, when you really go deep into that topic, it's so trippy, right? Like the present moment and the timelessness we can feel. And then when we just think about all the things we want to do and they haven't done yet, and we start feeling stressed and that there's not enough time. And yeah, so exploring it deeper, something has already shifted. I also started reading a book that was that I knew about for a long time by Steve Chandler. And this guy, he has an amazing relationship with time. He managed somehow to write like 30 books and coach all of those people. And he has a book called Time Warrior. And yeah, I'm maybe a third of it through, but super useful, super, yeah, inspiring, and just, he has short little chapters that you can read like in a minute or two. And yeah, they all share certain insights around time and productivity and all of those things. So that's cool. Other update is I'm gonna go back to Germany in April to do the seminar with my dad, where he can transmit some of his wisdom and his experiences and knowledge, and maybe we have some conversations all together with my two younger brothers, and just booked the flights, so that feels good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I also have not this weekend, but the next one, a very good, very old friend from Germany come visit me in Lisbon here for 3 days. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with him. And yeah. Now I want to talk about focus a little bit. So there's a project that a few friends and I were considering. It still might happen, around creating a space in around Lisbon with sauna and cold plunges and just a cozy kind of living room atmosphere where people can go and connect and, you know, be healthy and yeah, do infrared sauna and cold plunges and so on. And I had a lot of excitement for it at first. I still have excitement about it. I would love that place to exist. It's also an attractive business model if it works. But then I also stepped back again because, like, okay, I need to keep my focus. And running a place like that is not my zone of genius. It's not where I want to improve and, you know, dedicate myself to. That's the coaching work that I do. So yeah, that felt good. And a similar thing happened with ClawBot, right, or OpenClaw. This is this new tool for AI and agents, and really exciting, really cool. Some people building amazing stuff with it, but they're usually much more technical. And also some people are just spending a lot of time on it. So I felt a pull to like watch some YouTube videos and set it up for myself. And then I decided, you know what, I don't need to be one of the first, you know, people who play with that, because that's not actually a need. It's more that I would explore the technology and then see how I can use it. And I've done this in the past, and it's not, yeah, the way I want to approach those kind of things. So what else do I have? Yes, money. So a lot of cool things have happened around money. So this is the year of money for me. And Diara, she was leading that with some of our really good friends. We are looking into investing in some real estate together and some short-term rentals. So they're leading that, but that feels really good because we have the option to leverage 0% credit cards. So it's possible that we build assets there and generate income without even having to use our own money. So that's super interesting to explore, and it feels really good, as strategic to do that. Then we started reading a book, both Diara and I. And this is something I want to show real quick here, just so you see how it looks like. It's called The Art of Spending Money. And it's amazing. The same guy wrote The Psychology of Money, which I started reading, and it was a little bit too dry and too boring, so I stopped reading it. But this one is amazing. And what I'm really excited about is that my way of looking at money and at looking at spending money and Diara's way of looking at spending money will get closer together, which will make our relationship more smooth because we have different ways, different relationships to money that can create tension, especially if we have more financial pressure on us. So that feels really good, really excited about that. And then, of course, also focusing on making more money. That's also part of the theme, right? And Diara and I have been getting into a really nice flow, you could say, of supporting each other, because we are such a great fit, so complementary of how we work and what our strengths are. So even though our business focus is not together anymore, we are realizing again that we can really support each other. And then part of the theme of money is also me helping my clients make more money and really centering that, right? There's this energy, the focus is already there. And so that's also super exciting. And I created something that you can see here, which is kind of insane that I could just build this tool back and forth with AI. So what this is I want to, when I talk with a prospect first, with someone who wants to grow their business, impact-driven entrepreneur, that I can plug in all of their numbers here, and I have, if it's a B2B, then those data points will have different names, but at the end of the day, we can plug those in, and this is the current snapshot. How is it currently going? And we see this here. We have the revenue, the cost, the profit. Okay, cool. And then we can say, okay, if we would focus on this for the next few months, what do you think would be the best case scenario and the improvement, right? Like, okay, maybe we can make this 16% better. Okay, let's say it doesn't quite work. Let's say we take half of it, conservative calculation. And we can even click here and say, like, okay, what kind of ideas? How can we get more website visitors on this e-commerce side? Okay, well, social media presence could definitely be improved. We could do some cold outreach campaigns, lead magnets and opt-ins. Okay, cool. And then this goes through add to cart rate. Let's do something that's maybe more relevant here. Service coaching. Conversion rates, what can we do? We can send follow-up sequences. Yeah, we're not doing this. We don't have a video sales letter yet. That's something we could create. Or we have one, but we know it's not good. I feel like, we can definitely get a 15% improvement here. And then we go through it. Each time we can click on strategy ideas. We can make our own. And then at the end, we have a calculation here that if I partner up with that person and their business, and over the next year we work on those things and we have those improvements, they're calculated here, that would add up to an 84% increase in revenue and a 100% increase in profit, right? If we have the expenses here and so on. Those are just like random numbers right now. And in the best case scenario, it would be this. We see it here in this nice diagram. That's also so cool. Look how it how it just smoothly changes. And so then this would be a huge number, right? My coaching doesn't even cost 10% of that. So if we only reach this, there will be a 10x return of the investment in coaching, even more actually. If the best case scenario would be like 30x. And so I want to use those this calculation here and this business snapshot to walk someone through, to show them the numbers of their own business, see where's potential, and then also show them, hey, if you work with me and you feel more confident and that we can reach those improvements, right? Like 40% is a little crazy high, but yeah, it will be worth the investment. And then we have here the business health, and this I need to still smooth it out a little bit. Then we have per What are those levers, right, that we can work on? What makes the biggest impact? Where should we probably start working on? Notes, then I can generate an AI prompt to then copy it into an AI tool to have a roadmap automatically generated. So this is super cool. I want to test this out in the next weeks, and hopefully I have some good news to share in the March update on how this all went. I can save it here. I can load again. I can export it. I can create a client report, which is super cool. Looks like this. Yeah, very excited about that. And yeah, I'm much more active on LinkedIn now. I'm sending a lot of videos to people on LinkedIn, which that's cool, and that gets a good response because no one is doing that. Most people don't even send voice messages, and it's just a more real, authentic, personal way to connect with people. So there's momentum building up, and I have more and more conversations because Yara helped me set up the LinkedIn campaigns, what she's doing with all of her clients as well. So that feels really good. Another insight that I had, and then I want to talk about the advanced visioning project and where we are at there. So one evening, Diara helped me to tidy up my CRM that I have in Notion. And this woman is incredible. She just logged in, and for I think like 2 hours or so, she cleaned everything up. We redid the organization, the tags that I had. And I was basically just watching and like sometimes telling her what I want and what I need. And her ability to hold that complexity and then break it down, make it not only super functional and super structured, but also look really beautiful. It's so impressive. And the realization that I had is to make things look good is not just a nice to have, because when things don't look good, don't feel good, then I'm not as excited to use them. But my CRM is something that I should engage with every day and just look, okay, who can I help? Who can I connect with? So now I have more appreciation for structuring things and making them look nice, because it is making it more effective. It's not just about the functionality. It is, if you have a gym at home, for example, and like it's dirty and there's stuff everywhere, you might not feel so excited to work out, and then you don't work out as much. If you clean it up, you make it nice, you put a poster on the wall, you just make it super inspiring, then you might actually end up using it more. So that makes the whole beauty aspect of it also very effective. So we have that. Let's see. Cool. Oh yeah, one other idea, also brand new, that I had like 2 days ago, is now I'm focusing really on impact-driven entrepreneurs. I've loved the whole last 7 years the most to work with entrepreneurs that really have a mission, something they want to change in the world, and they want to do it through the business that they run. And I think it would be really amazing to have a coaching container. I do one-on-one coaching. That's what I love. But there's also then a community element of it, because if all the people are in the climate space and the clean tech space and impact space, there's a lot of collaboration that can happen. I can coach someone on a business challenge or a private challenge that is probably also relevant for the other people. So there's a sharing that can happen. So I'm working on that right now. Yeah, and now advanced visioning technologies. So this is, again, focus, right? So this is my weekend project. Sometimes in the evenings I work on it a little bit, but it still feels good. There's still some momentum, and I explored a lot the different tools on how I can create images and get my vision into an AI generated image and then video. And so here's what I did. So I went into Sims and I built, this is kind of the area with a pool outside, open kitchen. There's a an office area, couch, and so on. And at first I thought I would kind of really try to design it on the inside, but then I was like, this is too much work, and I don't have all the furniture anyways that I would want. So I just took, this is a good image here. I took this and then I made it look really beautiful inside of AI, and I'm gonna show you the result in a second. And then I took a lot more screenshots from the house on the outside. Right, so all of the background you can ignore, but this is the kind of design of the house. There's this tower, this would be the bedroom, and the balcony around, and then the rooftop terrace with table tennis and sauna and so on, and then the pool and the barbecue there, and then our friends would live around us. This is the big vision. So I just took some screenshots from within the game, and then I started, where is it? It's open here. Creating those images. Let me see, where do I start? Maybe I start at the bottom here and just go through them really quickly. This is so funny. This was one of the first tries. Different house. This was just from a prompt, a description. Then, different ideas here, adding some people. This is not really quite this, but it could be the tower, a little bit like this. And there I had myself kind of in the images. There's more, but then I didn't have Diarra in them yet, right? So the women here are not Diarra. Maybe we want to have a girlfriend, right? So that's why there are two women. Then here I learned something like, if I have a shot like this, no, the other ones are not there. There's a way to create shots from all different angles that keeps everything consistent, because that's going to be very important for the vision movie, that everything is, that it looks the same room looks the same, right? Okay, then here I started adding Diarra in, so now that's cool, we're both in there, and also from behind, this could actually be us, because the faces are still like a little weird. This is actually quite accurate. I'm really impressed by that. Also pretty accurate. Yeah, and then like all of a sudden it's her 2 times in the photo or in the image. Yeah, and this is a little bit the vibe that I imagine for a rooftop terrace, right? There's table tennis there. Okay, cool. So still the first house and then different versions of it. Here you can see I also didn't use the best models here. So I learned a lot on what models to use. Now all of a sudden there are 2 pools and so on. But you can imagine already, right? Like some video and it's more or less consistent, like here and here, for example, zoomed in. Okay, cool. And this, I think this is also AI generated. Yeah, the eyes are a little bit weird. I tried something else there. But cool, I think maybe this was the original. No, it's also with AI. Okay, remember this image from before? This is now the edited version. The outside basically stayed very similar with the trees here, which I don't see like that, and the wall in my vision. But the inside is pretty on spot already. Like this is the kitchen here open, we can sliding doors, we can go outside. So that's cool. Oh, there again, you remember this tower? So yeah, from the inside, right? This is a view from the bed basically down to the valley, very similar to how I imagine it. Okay, onto the bed. There would actually also be a bathroom up here. This would be a no phone zone. So going up into the tower, into our sacred, bedroom area, no phones or screens allowed there. And then actually this would be me really having like millions and millions and millions, but I would want to build something where the bed can hydraulically go up here, the roof opens, and then you are laying right underneath the stars. Yeah, so this would kind of open up somehow, different type of roof, and the bed can go up, and then you just lay under the stars. That would be amazing. Okay, we have those. Yeah, this is kind of how this works, right? So they take an image and they create different angles and then they upscale them. Okay, now we're getting to the house that I... Hi, Luno. Oh, hi. Maybe this is the first time little Luno is in a monthly update. I'm not sure. Oh, you wanna walk around here? Okay. So, oh, don't walk over the keyboard. I'm in the middle of recording something. Okay. So, here the house got changed a little bit, and the second floor is smaller. It's not perfect yet. And then I tried to make further changes. I don't know. But yeah, and the sauna is not on top here and so on. So here's a new challenge now, right? So every time I create another version, I have to then make a decision with which version I want to really keep. And I need to commit, because once it turns into videos, there's no going back really. But this is already very much how I imagine it. There's a few variations here. You can... Okay, this is... Okay, I had a technical sound issue. The sound just disappeared from here on. So let's go through the rest a little bit faster. These are just different versions of the house. Some of them match what I saw in the Darkness Retreat really closely in my imagination, very, very closely. This one is not so much, this one not so much. This one, yes, just without the grass, but yeah, this one also very, very closely to my vision. And now the hard part is to decide, right? Like, which one do I want to use? And then here you can see I made some adjustments. I opened up the sliding doors here, and the light went on, and I removed the pool chairs. That's really cool. Yeah, there's a river close by. That would be amazing. So there's a lot of very interesting images that got generated. Yeah, some close-ups, okay, cool. And I'm gonna just stop talking now. I think it's so late, I don't wanna go through all of this again. Some of them are not accurate at all. Others are really good. Yeah, and then the videos as well. I think they're, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I can't be bothered now with the rest of the video. That's just gonna be without sound, I guess, properly right now. Too bad.